What's up, SRL fans, and welcome back to another review video. This time we're gonna have a look back at the Italian Grand Prix around the Parco di Monza that took place last Saturday. It's round 15 of season 4, so let's have a quick look at how things went around the Italian Grand Prix. So Vasilis Peretziotis took pole position, 3/10 ahead of Sandro Doulis, so it's a Greek first row. Then it's Nick van Gelder behind him. Samuel Brand with a great outing in qualifying, usually not his strength, but he qualifies P4. Same for Colin Higgins, great qualifying by him in P5. Then it's René van der Stap, Ivan Brito, Jorge Carrera. Obviously, you can see Francis McGinn not on the grid this week, championship leader. He's in the commentary booth, making the commentary. Big shout out to him for doing that. And now we are on the grid, lights out, and away we go. 27 laps around Monza. Sandro Doulis doesn't get off to a great start. As their cars go into turn 1, really tight chicane, but no collision surprisingly, so great job by the drivers there, keeping it clean. Sandro Doulis dropped down to P4 behind Nick van Gelder and Samuel Brand. Doulis now having to defend of René van der Stap in the Renault. He's currently 5th in the driver's standings, right behind Sandro, so this is also a battle for points, but Doulis can hold off the Renault. Moving on to lap 2 now, Sandro Doulis trying to fight his way back past Samuel Brand. The two league owners fighting together. Obviously, Samuel Brand is not as quick as Sandro Doulis at this stage of the race, so Doulis has to get by Samuel Brand quickly to not lose too much time to the two race leaders, Nick van Gelder and Vasilis Peretziotis, who are leading this race. Now, for a short moment, they were free ride going into Lesmo 1, but they kept it clean, and Samuel Brand also dropping behind René van der Stap into P5 now. Ken Weston Edwards right behind him, as we can see him going a little bit into the gravel, dropping behind Jorge Carrera. As we can see, Samuel Brand going deep into turn 1 on lap 3 now, making contact with René van der Stap. René van der Stap makes contact with Jorge Carrera, and they all spin, make contact, and get some front wing damage. Samuel Brand admitted it was his mistake. He was too late on the brakes, and he later, after the race, received a qualifying ban for the next race at Silverstone. On lap 11, then we had the pit stops. Vasilis Peretziotis pitted 1 lap earlier than Nick van Gelder because he was struggling with tire wear, while Sandro Doulis was staying up even 1 more lap longer than Nick van Gelder. And Nick van Gelder actually made the overcut work on Vasilis Peretziotis, who got stuck behind Jorge Carrera on his out lap. So now basically the new race leader is Nick van Gelder after Sandro Doulis has made his pit stop. And on lap 12, then Vasilis Peretziotis goes down the inside of Nick van Gelder, trying to get back the race lead of the Italian Grand Prix, which he makes work for split second. But Nick van Gelder got by him again into turn 1 on lap 15, now going side by side into the second chicane. They both make contact, while Vasilis Peretziotis cuts the corner, gets a 3-second time penalty, and an illegal overtake, having to let Nick van Gelder by again. And behind them, it's Sandro Doulis, who's catching up to the two leaders. He seems to have the best pace out of the top 3. He has fresher tires as well. And while the top two are fighting the leaders, as we can see here, Vasilis Peretziotis going around the outside of Nick van Gelder through Ascari. Great move by Vasilis Peretziotis, the Greek driver. While we see that, we can definitely see Sandro Doulis closing the gap, and now he's right behind the two leaders. Doulis having the best pace at the moment. But then on lap 19, we had drama strike. Sandro Doulis' car stranded on the exit of Lesmo 2. Here we can see what happened. Nick van Gelder gets a glitch by the game. He suddenly stops on track, nowhere to go for Sandro Doulis. He just smashes into his back. Really unfortunate for Sandro Doulis, who was looking great for maybe getting the race victory here. He was quicker at this stage than everybody else, but he found himself out of the race due to a glitch on F1 2018. Really hard for his championship hopes. But in the end, was Vasilis Peretziotis taking, I believe it's his fourth victory. Yeah, it's his 4th victory of the season, ahead of Nick van Gelder, Rene van der Stepp in third. Then it's Ken Weston Edwards, Dion Stahl, the only Ferrari finishing in fifth. Then it's Jorge Carrera, Colin Higgins, Ivan Brito. Reese March in his second race finally finishes, unlike he did at Belgium. He finishes P9 with Sammy Brandt in P10, getting the point for the fastest lap of the race. Tyler Martin, reserve driver on his debut in P11, unfortunately DNF'd, and behind him it's Sandro Doulis. So Francis McGinn, after missing the race, lost a big chunk of his points gap. It's down to 6 points between him and Francis McGinn, between him and Nick van Gelder. Behind him, only 8 points back, it's Vasile Spediziotis. Sandro Doulis unfortunately lost a lot of points during the Italian Grand Prix. He's in P4, then it's Rene van der Stepp, Ken Weston Edwards, Lewis Marshall. Obviously, he's banned from SRL racing. Then it's Dion Stahl, Jesper Lampinen, Bart Kuzelda missing another race. And behind them, it's Luke Smith and Jorge Carrera. Those are the team standings, nothing big changing here. Racing Point Force India still in the lead with a healthy gap to Scuderia Ferrari. Then it's Red Bull Racing 10 points behind Ferrari. Then it's Haas, Renault, Williams, Alfa Romeo, Sauber, Mercedes, McLaren, and in last place still Scuderia Toro Rosso with only 18 points scored. Some transfer driver news. Harry Ryan unfortunately had to end the season early due to a scheduled change in his free time, so he unfortunately is out again after 3 races. So yeah, thank you to Harry Ryan for participating in SRL season 4. His replacement will be Louis Quinlan, who was racing at McLaren earlier this season, but then degraded to a reserve driver, is now back into the full-time seat at Williams. So next race will be on Saturday, 4th May. Around Silverstone, the British Grand Prix. Make sure you tune in live on YouTube, 3 p.m. UK time. Make sure you tune in. We will be live on YouTube, of course, with a commentator. So yeah, make sure you tune in. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on Saturday. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel to see more SRL League content.